Good morning, everybody. I want to welcome you to Yoga on the Dock. This is my first class, so I thank you for viewing this, and I hope that you enjoy the class. So we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. So finding what's comfortable for you, that may be crossing your legs, straightening one leg out. Just notice what feels good in your body and allow that to be how the pose finds you today. And just shutting down the eyes if that feels comfortable. We're gonna just start to connect to the breath, grounding into the space. Letting go of anything that does not serve us in this moment at this time and for your practice. Starting to take nice long inhales and slow, deep exhales. Letting go as you exhale. Noticing the trail that the breath takes. So it starts in the belly and expands the belly out, opens up through the rib cage and even up in through the back and the chest. Beautiful. Now, if you're not in a seated position with your legs crossed, I'm going to invite you to do so. We're going to find length through the spine. So inhaling to bring that spine nice and tall, bringing the left hand down, inhaling up through the right, stretching into that right side body. Send some breath into that side. So as you inhale, maybe bringing that arm out, stretching up more. And as you exhale, you might stretch to the side a little bit more. Again, just listening to what feels good in this moment. Inhaling and exhaling out all that stale air. And on your next inhale, I invite you to come back up. Then we're going to do that in the opposite side. So bringing the right hand down, stretching the left arm over, stretching into that left side body. And also bringing some lateral movement to that spine. Beautiful deep inhales. Inhale again to bring that up. We're going to bring the left hand to the right leg, bringing that right hand behind us. Inhale to find that length, nice tall spine, and then twisting to look over your shoulder. If you find at any time that your mind tends to wander, moving you away from your practice, just acknowledge any thoughts that come and just allow them to leave with the exhale. In this pose, as you inhale, you might find it lengthening up through the spine again. As you exhale, maybe turning and twisting just that little bit more, looking over that right shoulder. Massaging those internal organs. While we bring a nice twist to the spine. I'm going to come back to center and then do that on the opposite side. So bringing the right hand to the left leg, left hand comes back. Inhale, turning and looking over your shoulder. Inhale to find length. Exhale, maybe going just a little bit deeper into that twist. Continuing to find that length through the breath. Taking one more nice slow inhale and exhale here. And then we're going to come back through center. I'm going to invite you to bring those arms up above head, finding length through the spine, and then slowly hinging at the hips. We're going to allow ourselves to just fold forward, inviting our hands to land wherever they do. Allowing there to be a nice straight back. So a line from the tip of the head to the bottom of the tailbone. Find that gaze, that focal point, that drishti. And just breathe. On the next inhale, slowly walking those arms towards the right side. Allowing that gaze to fall in front of your hands, or if it's comfortable in your practice, you can shut down the eyes. Allowing yourself to go inwards and just noticing how the poses feel in your body. And then just walking those hands to the opposite side. Feeling a nice stretch in that hip flexor. You might feel this in the side of your body. Just breathe. And then coming back through center, one more final stretch, maybe challenging yourself to walk those hands out a little bit further, allowing the gaze to stay down above those hands so as not to wrench the neck. And then slowly walk those hands back, coming into your seated position. We're going to turn and come onto our backs, rolling down and allowing ourselves to connect to the mat. So we'll leave the right leg bent. Allow the left leg to extend. Then just bring that knee into chest. You can do some circles with that ankle, going one way and then the other. And then releasing that hand from that knee if you had it there, and just do some small circles. Drawing an O on the sky or the ceiling, wherever you are. This is a nice way to bring some movement into that hip. Motion is lotion. So the more we move, the more we create that synovial fluid in our joints, allowing our joints to stay nice and loose. And then relaxing, and then going in the opposite direction. And again, just noticing with your body how that circle feels. So you don't want to make it too big if it feels uncomfortable, even if it's just a little circle, that's fine. Just allow this to feel good. And then coming to stillness, bring that leg in, stretching in. And then allow it to fall open to the right. And bring that sole of the foot to touch the left leg that's extended. almost as if we're doing tree pose, but we're lying down. So just allow that leg to fall wherever it does, noticing that the left hip doesn't lift. And if you have any low back tension, bend that left leg and bring the feet together. Stretching out in through that inner thigh and just bringing some nice stretch to the hip as well. Inhale and bring that right leg in, and we'll extend it out, flexing the foot, pointing the toes up. And this time we'll bring the right knee in, or the left knee in, I apologize. Doing some nice slow circles with that ankle, one way and then the other. And then we're going to do the same with the hips. So just doing a nice circle, drawing it on the ceiling, on the sky, wherever you are. Bring some movement to that left hip joint. It's beautiful. Continuing to inhale, nice, slow, deep inhales. And then exhale. And just turning that leg and doing that in the opposite direction. We hold a lot of tension and tightness in our hips. So releasing that tension is always a good thing to do, especially if you sit a lot for your job. This is a nice sort of flow to do to open up through that hip joint. All right, we're going to bring that left leg down, let it fall out. And again, the lying tree pose. Or if that's uncomfortable in the low back, bend that right knee and then bring the feet together. Just listen to how your body is feeling today, knowing that tomorrow could be different and every day is different for our body. Nice slow inhales, releasing with the exhale. And then bringing that left leg in, we're gonna hug those knees in to chest and do a nice rocking, massaging that low back. And then placing the feet on the mat, we're gonna come up into a seated position. And then I'm gonna invite you to come onto your knees and then come into a child's pose. So bring those toes together, knees about mat width apart, coming down, surrendering down to the mat. This is your moment of surrender, surrendering to your practice, to the moment, allowing yourself just to be for these breaths. Lifting the head, we're going to walk those arms over to the right and then placing the head back down on the mat. Nice deep inhales and releasing the exhale. Lifting the head, walking back through center, and then coming back onto the left side. Releasing. Surrender down to the earth and connect. Walk those hands back, walking them all the way back in. And then this time we're going to just come, keeping our legs in our child's pose. As you bring your right arm up, you're going to extend the left arm out, bringing the right arm down, coming onto that right shoulder, Extending the left arm out, coming onto the right side of that head. Coming into a nice twist for the upper back. And then pushing through that left arm, inhale to come up. And then we'll do that on the opposite side. So bringing that left arm up, come under, coming onto that left shoulder, and then onto the right side of the head. And then coming up onto our hands and knees. Come onto bring our legs in, and then we're going to extend our legs back, coming onto our belly. Just lying down on our belly. Bring the forehead down onto the mat. Our arms are going to be, well, our hands will be shoulders, and then our arms are just going to be bent. And then we'll bring the forehead down. Just releasing down onto the mat. Take a nice breath here, settling in. The next inhale, we're just going to come up into baby cobra. Or if you're comfortable, you can push yourself up more. Find what's comfortable for you. Gaze down to not wrench that neck. Nice slow inhales and exhales. And then release that head down. Feet planted into the ground. On our next inhale, we're going to lift again. If you want to come up a little bit more, you can. Coming up into cobra or staying down here. Again, find what's comfortable for your body. Allowing the legs to stay planted on the dock or the mat. I'm on the dock. Your mat. And breathe. And then exhaling to bring that forehead down. We're going to bring the hands so that the palms are facing up, the arms extend down our body beside our legs. And we're going to come into locust, but we're just going to work into it. So first thing we're going to do is just going to lift our head. Keeping that gaze staring down at the mat, and then exhale. The shoulders might lift a bit. Release that down. And then we'll do that again, coming up a little bit higher, and then lift the arms. Fingers pointing towards the toes. Gaze stays down at the mat. And then exhale to release. Breathing here for a breath. And then the next inhale, our head, shoulders, arms are going to lift, and so are our legs. Coming into locust. Really focusing on allowing that neck to be relaxed, so gazing down. Shouldn't have your head looking up. You want to gaze down at the mat. And exhale to release. And then push back into child's pose for a breath or two. I'm going to invite you to walk those hands back in. We're going to come back onto our back. It's going to be a shorter class today. We started later. So I'm just going to invite you into Shavasana. So just coming down onto the mat. Allowing the feet to relax and point out. Arms at the side. Right now I have the glorious sun shining down on me. Such a beautiful connection to the earth. Such a beautiful connection to the water. I hope to eventually offer classes in person on the dock, but for now, I hope that you can enjoy this practice with me through the beautiful view. So I invite you to start to relax your feet, relax your ankles and legs, relax the belly and low back, relaxing the upper body, the chest, the shoulders, the upper back, relaxing the arms, the hands, relaxing the neck, the chin. Allow the teeth to fall away from one another, the tongue to fall from the roof of your mouth. Allow your cheeks and nose to relax. Allow your eye sockets to sink into your eyeballs to sink into your eye sockets. Allow the forehead to relax, releasing the creases. Allow your whole body to relax. Releasing, relaxing, Shavasana. And start to bring a bit of movement back to the fingers and toes, moving the head from side to side. If that feels honorable for your body, bend your knees, placing the feet on the mat whenever that feels comfortable. And then when you're ready, just falling over onto one side and pushing yourself up to a seated position. I invite you to bring your hands to your forehead, your third eye, and I ask that at this time we know the truth. And bring our fingers to our lips, ask that we speak the truth. And bring our hands in prayer pose to our hearts to ask that we know the truth. The light in me honors and acknowledges the light in you. May you be well. Thank you.